is this, yeah?
This is the F77 Recon. I guess this is the upgraded version, the Ballistic Plus version. So what they've done is you have the glide mode over here. So in simple terms, the glide mode has a more punch as opposed to what it was before. The rest, according to me, the bike is kind of still the same. It's still an amazing bike. And according to me, this is the best, hands down, best electric bike you can purchase in India. I don't think there's any other electric bike apart from Ola that you can consider. And again, I wouldn't even consider Ola. This is the best bike you can consider. Everything from performance to looks, it just it shouts international standard. From the finish of the what do you call buttons to the entire fit and finish. Electric machines, they tend to rattle a lot if at all the fit and finish is not done properly. This machine feels more solid than any other product in India. Next question.
How did you find the comfort?
Comfort is horrible. Obviously, since I ride on a rally seat on my X-Pulse Impulse, I'm used to the cushioning. This feels like an absolute bench, a wooden bench for me. But this is nothing to complain about in the sense a person like me, if I'm going to purchase this machine, I'm obviously going to put another layer of gel over here and this will be resolved. Uh, the advantage of the Recon over here is the riding position. It is not as comfortable 90-degree riding position that I would prefer because again I'm into off-roading. But this is comfortable enough. It is not aggressive as it was before, and I think the riding dynamics, apart from a wooden bench, is perfect. You just need to get used to having nothing over here and nothing over here. So, yeah. It's good. It's good. It's comfortable, and with the change. So this variant with the handlebar is actually called the SuperStreet, which I forgot to mention earlier. So the SuperStreet basically helps people from the aggressive riding position to a person. It's basically the difference between a KTM Duke 390 and a KTM RC 390. The same engine, the same capability, but just a more comfortable riding position. One thing I would like it to improve and drastically is the headlight. The headlight sucks. It has, I mean, you cannot see anything. Even if it's pitch dark, I could not see anything. So the headlight drastically needs improvement. It goes with the design, but the headlight needs improvement. The front suspension is pretty good. It absorbs a lot of shocks. The rear suspension is a little bit hard, but again, it's coming from a guy who has really soft travel suspensions on his off-road bike. So I may not be the best person to comment on this, but I just felt the rear suspension is a bit too hard for my liking. What next do you want to know?
What's the battery capacity and how does the range feel like?
Okay, so with reference to the battery, it's got a 10.3 kilowatt battery. Now, to give you a comparison, the Comet has around a 13-14 kilowatt battery, and the Tiago has a 17 kilowatt battery. So this is the biggest battery for a bike, for a two-wheeler in India. Also, with reference to the range, the actual range would vary between, actual rideable range would vary between 280 to 300 kilometers, being the most optimistic. So 300 kilometers for a bike with performance, I think it's pretty amazing.
Do you find anything interesting on this?
Okay, I'll start with the tires. 110 section in the front, 150 section in the rear. W-rated tires. Even though they're MRF, they're pretty decent in terms of grip. And the good thing is, since it shares the same configuration with the RC, which is rotting behind over there, the tire availability should not be a problem. So that is one. Number two, this thing. This is not an aero kit or anything. This is basically a crash guard. So basically, if the bike does fall, this will take all the beating. This plastic won't take the beating, nor will the battery. It's integrated in the chassis, so this is a very clever design. And what else do I find nice, attractive about this bike? Uh, small things like over here. I understand it is the entire concept is around a fighter jet. So the way the when when you throttle, when you use the throttle, the way the RPM is shown, it shows as if this is a radar. So these small things, only when you ride it, you'll actually understand. In the sense, no journalist will be able to actually explain the experience you'll get from this bike or any bike till you actually ride it. It's competitively priced as well. For this particular model, if I'm not mistaken, is approximately 4 lakh rupees ex-showroom, which is the top end. It starts at approximately 3 lakhs. For the product, I think this is amazing. The same product abroad will be sold nothing less than 7 to 8 lakhs, which, if I'm not mistaken, Ultraviolette has already started selling this product abroad. And one thing that I wish Ultraviolet would have retained, especially for people who live in buildings, is I do remember the initial model they had 3 removable batteries. I wish that could have still be retained as an option, maybe a slightly less powerful variant. I understand they can put a much bigger battery because if it is integrated and it is unremovable, but this is something that I wish they had as an option. Rest, it's a good bike. It's if you're looking at an electric bike, this is it. There's nothing beyond this, at least in India. The torque of any electric bike is at the right at the moment you press the axle from 0.1 second, you feel the torque. And yeah, this is just what I feel. It's an amazing product and nothing better than this with reference to electric bikes. So I think I'll end my video over here. I hope you did like the video. If you have any queries, you can always mention it, and I'll be quick to respond. And I look forward for seeing you in my next one. Another thing, unlike these modern bikes, you actually have a key start, which, according to me, is amazing. Again, it's a simple thing. I like the way the display starts as well. Go ballistic. And I especially like this radar thing. Another good thing about this bike is it's got these really powerful two magnets over here that completely insulates this from the rain. So again, this is an amazing bike. Go for it if you want performance. See, I've ridden the RC quite a few times. I've ridden the Dukes quite a few times. According to me, the inconvenience of pressing the clutch, looking at the best RPM to change the gear, all of that is completely gone on ballistic. You're always at the best gear at all the time till it reaches its top speed. So, yeah, it's a great bike. We would definitely recommend taking for a test ride. And I think I'll stop the video over here now. Finally, I'll see you all in my next one. Take care.